On April 11, year 22, Namjoon gets into a fight with a customer at the gas station. This event caused him to be sent to prison. He's been dealing with rude customers all the time, but this time he had enough. And you could say he was tired of being looked down on. Later that night on April 11, Jungkook falls off the building of a construction site and dies. He no longer stayed in contact with the boys, and he felt like his family didn't care. Quote, "That gave me the idea that I could die if I just took one more step. But would death bring the end of anything? No one would be sad if I was not around anyways." May 2nd, year 22. Yoongi burns himself in a motel or hotel. The location keeps changing every time. There's like 3 different hotels. But he also tries to burn himself on April 29 and May 10 during different timelines because of the butterfly effect. Now, Yoongi would always go around town drunk. He kept his distance from everyone he cared about because he felt like he would always hurt them. He thought it was better to just end the pain. May 10, year 22. Hoseok falls down and hits his head while walking on a bridge. And on May 12, year 22, now he was at the hospital for a checkup after hitting his head from having narcolepsy. And he thought he saw his mother and tried to chase her down the stairs, but ended up slipping. May 12, year 22. Jimin tries to drown himself in the bathtub at the hospital. Now, Jimin's been stuck in the hospital for years. His mother wouldn't let him out because they were ashamed of his sickness, and he just wanted to be free. May 20, year 22. Taehyung murdered his father and went to jail. He came home to his father beating up his sister, and without thinking, he broke open an alcohol bottle and used it to stab his father. May 22nd, year 22. Taehyung ends up jumping off the viewing platform by the ocean in front of the boys in a different timeline. Seokjin discovered all these events one at a time after multiple failures, multiple attempts. It was just such a mess. But these are solutions he found during the Save Me webtoon. April 11. He gets to Namjoon at the gas station before he gets into a fight, then rushes over to Jungkook at the construction site to stop him. May 2nd. He then has to figure out which building Yoongi will start a fire in and bust in to save him because Yoongi would choose like 3 different buildings all the time. May 10. He catches Hoseok from falling on the bridge. Then he kidnaps Jimin from the hospital. After so many tries, Seokjin finally gathered everyone together. They all met up at Namjoon's container place and celebrated. It seemed as if everyone was happy, but then Seokjin let his guard down. He totally forgot about Taehyung stabbing his father. He traveled back in time again, and this time he decided to give Taehyung a ride, hoping to get something out of him. As soon as he dropped him at his home, they heard screams from his place. Taehyung darted towards his place as Seokjin realized that talking to him was probably not enough. He chased after him and came into the room while he was beating up his dad. Seokjin tried to stop him, but instead, he ended up getting stabbed instead. April 11 again. This was when Seokjin realized that he can't save everyone on his own. Theory. In the next season of the webtoon, we're still going to go through so many failures, such as Taehyung jumping off the platform by the ocean, and also Namjoon potentially burning himself in his container. This was actually part of Taehyung's dreams, which I forgot to mention. Taehyung has these nightmares of the past timelines. He thinks they're all a dream, but these things actually happened. Now, we're still trying to figure out though if these dreams are of the past timeline or can he see the future. But anyways, I'll give you my theory as to how each member will be saved. In the notes, Seokjin decides to keep a distance from the other boys and leave hints and clues behind for them to find. You'll understand what I mean in just a second.